June. Why am I still looking at Gareth Southgate's ugly face? Excuse me, like I give a fuck about Gareth. Okie dokie, people. Yo, what's going on? What's good in the hood? Welcome back to Danny AFC TV. Yes, the realest, the finest, the most informative, the most realist guy, the guy that gives you the truth, that wheels down the bullshit from the actual truth for his people on his network, Danny AFC TV. Guys, welcome back to the building. Yo, am I in the building? Well, that was a strange start. Talk about shit trying to trick me out. To Ross. Guys, welcome back to the channel. I don't really know what happened there. Slight technical issue, perhaps. Hating on me. The deletes are coming. I actually don't really know what happened there. But guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Danny AFC TV. As we know, we're stuck in amongst a international break, which for me is like watching paint dry. I wasn't even aware of the England score until I just jumped in the Ass and Sky, that network there, that copyrighted me the other day. So I've got to stop saying their dirty ass of a name. Yeah, copyrights from Sky, you know. But yeah, just heard them chatting about England drawing 1-1. John Harvey, shouts out to you. What's going on, my people? Respect to all the real ones. Please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Joe, what's going on? My brother. How you doing, Joe? I know John Harvey is over the moon. Again, bros, thanks again. That was just unbelievable. Hi, everyone. Hope you're doing well and enjoying the weekend. Well, it's been roasting, bros. I must admit, I'm struggling with the heat, but what can you do? What can you do? Mr. Luco, what's going on? Guys, I've decided I'm going to do a Scotland versus England watch along, just because Scotland are doing quite well. They've won quite a few on the spin. They're looking quite good. They're looking confident. They're getting a chin. Old Stevie Clark, McDominay, etc. They just had to be striker apart from Landon Dykes or was it Che Adams. They'll probably be all right. You care what I mean? England are very bad. Be glad you are Scottish. I'm actually not Scottish, bro. I just claim to be from nowhere. I'm like the Highlander. I'm from the Clan MacLeod, from the Clan MacLeod. I'm not Scottish, bro. I did live in Scotland for a very hot minute. But I'm not Scottish. My parents are actually Irish. And yeah. So hey, how are you doing? And welcome back to YouTube. My Irish accent isn't very good. I'm more sounding like a bird or something like, or something out of Father's head. Well, isn't that just grand? Oh shit, where am I going with this? Right, guys, shout out to all the real ones. Do be subscribing if we is new. Let's get the stream out there. Why are we having a couple of quiet streams recently, guys? Why are people trying to break my heart? Joe Montana, you are a real one. Shout out to you, Luca. You in the building. Couple of bombshells. The Gabriel bombshell, guys. It appears like Danny AFC TV is right again. It does appear that we had a massive offer from Saudi, which didn't actually unsettle Gabriel. There's rumors, shouts out to UE, that Gabriel said we could squash this right now. You could give me a bump, a new contract. I actually don't feel it's time for me to go to Saudi. Nothing political. He just reckons he's got a lot more good years in him in English and probably top class football, being European, whether it was whatever. There was also rumours of a bid from club Real Madrid. But Gabriel, I'm hearing there was a bid worth up to £98 million from a Saudi outfit. It wasn't sort of accepted and it wasn't turned down. It was sort of left to the player. The player said no. Arteta was pretty pissed off, dropped him for the first 3 games. It seems pretty obvious. Guys, we know Pepe has joined Trabzonspor. Ivan Toney, it's looking more and more like this brother is going to be available in January. And bad news, guys, Gabriel Magalhaes, our central defender that I was just talking about, has withdrawn from the squad early hours of the morning. The Brazil squad, sorry, that was about to play Bolivia. So not brilliant. What's that? 3 months bollock strain? I don't know. I'll have to get to the bottom of the Gabriel injury. Who is with me, people? It seems rather quiet. Joe, where have you gone? Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Just going to get the old stream out there as WhatsApp's going nutty at 100 miles an hour, as it does when I'm live. You. Shout out to my daughter, man. Some beautiful pictures from Antalya, Turkey. Yeah, she's out there doing her thing with grandson, man. Both looking extremely beautiful. Boom. Yama. Sorry, guys. It's almost like an interval here. Give me my 2-minute break. Just get the old stream out there. Shout out to all the real ones. I did see Mr. Cam today as well, as with the nickname Officer Cam. How are you, Officer? I see his missus as well, Miss Jamal. My God, what is it? YouTube's onto me, the police are onto me. What's going on here, bruvs? Hey, what's the crack? Top of the morning to you. Hey, you doing, fella? Where's that daft old Linda these days? I've probably got the arsehole developing 50-year-old fucking disease. No, I'm joking. She's all good, bruvs. I don't know. God bless her cotton socks. What can I say? And shout out to all the real ones. Please be getting the likes on the video, people. Do be subscribing if we happen to be new this evening. Slapping the internet box I don't think actually helps, but anyway, who is with me? I hate it when this starts happening, man. It starts annoying me. I'll get a message from Linda, mate. Oh, hi. It's just the village. It is just a fucking village. The village does that kind of stupidness. You know what I mean? So Ivan Toney, guys, available in January. Pepe kicked out the club. Trabzonspor. Don't worry, he'll probably come back to Aston Villa or West Ham for the sum of about 22 or 25 million pounds. Obviously, Arsenal have the inability to sell people. What's this? No, make a tenner on that. Say 225. Where are you working today? Nowhere, bro. I was working from home, I'm going to say. as an official guy, just chilling, just working from home today. Shouts out to you, Joe. I'm waiting for another opportunity, bro. I'm going to wait for the proper opportunity. Honestly, I've passed being a line chef. I'm not going to go work for any company unless they were going to give me an absolutely ludicrous amount of money per hour. I've outgrown it, bro. I want to do just independent gigs. Obviously, I've done a couple. Done my mate's mum's 60th birthday. I've done the Egyptian thing recently. What else have I done independent? A couple of Caribbean things. I feel like one of my tooth's about to drop out. Bumbleclot. Allow me. Maybe I'm being paranoid. It's funny how the last time Pepe played for us, he was our top scorer that season. Now he's gone for free. Yeah, but again, I think it was more of a personality thing. I think probably this is, I'm not going to speculate too hard, but around the times of Uber probably been a bit mad in the dressing room, or apparently been late a couple of times. I think there was a couple of camps around, you know what I mean? And Gabriel was definitely in that camp, you know what I mean? Not making any mischievous rumours of why things went pear-shaped this summer and it seemed like he was getting dropped from the team. So, yeah. Hold on. What's up, Sky Mad? Let's get the old phone on silent. Right, guys, let's hope the internet problems are gone because I'd have no option but to get out of this stream. West Ham. What's your fixtures like, bros? Arsenal have got 8 mad fixtures as soon as this boring international break has done. We have got 8 of the best. Start up your own stall, sell things outside the Emirates Stadium. Very hard to get a license, bros. Like I've explored this one once before. If you was to do it illegally and just set up something, you'll have a load of them whatever dudes coming around you, because the guys that do own the burgers bands and all that around there, they seem to own the next 10 next to them. So if you give them beef, the 10 from across the road are trying to beef you. Not that I wouldn't be ready for a piece of beef, but just imagine doing that every day or every home game for a living, but just always having to deal with the beef first. And you don't really set up stalls these days for health and hygiene reasons. You can't set up stalls. You can't like safe hold chicken these days, or rice, or any kind of ingredients. You know what I mean? Even if you were to sell sandwiches, bros, you have to have the day dot on it and the time dots these days, which I don't disagree with. I think it's fantastic news that things stay fresh and they've only got a shelf life of a couple of hours, and then the said company or said independent chef or seller must throw that in the bin and everything. These are the type of things that I do subscribe to and I do deal with. That's why my food is actually better than other people's. And when it comes to the waste, yeah, for the last 20 minutes, man, I'll be throwing that out like at fractions of the price just to go again and pre-cooking more stuff. Not pre-cooking, just start cooking the next round. Bro, you see, every time Italy, porco Dio, mi grande mi cazzo, every time an Italian man must hear no, for the Macedonia, they must shit themselves. They must shit in themselves when they see the more. I was watching the free kick. And you know, you just get a feeling they're going to score from it. They're going to score from it. They're going to score from fuck me, they scored. Shouts out to you, Luco. True, I'm sure something will be around the corner. I like your ideas, though. Most definitely, bros. As I said, I am vegetarian. There was a time when I just wanted to be strictly veggie vegan, but then because obviously there's a lot of these, as Del Boy and Only Fools would say, a lot of these yappies, and you know what I mean. If Del Boy was still making Only Fools and Horses, they'll be trying to do vegan mineral water or something anyway. Peckham Spring, but let's say I had a burger van. I ain't got money for a business, but let's say I bought a burger van, 10 grand or something, for instance. I had this idea of just splitting it in the middle, doing fry it here for the pig and the beef, whatever, the fry there, just veggie, one green side, one red side, whichever way you want to see it. I was thinking of something like that. Because if you're a vegetarian like me, I doubt anywhere that I eat, I'm like, oh, they're going to cross-contaminate it, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. Working on a cruise ship. Most definitely, I've been offered the gloves. I got offered a chefing job in Dubai, but my daughter was like 7, 8 years old. And no, sorry, rewind. Should have been, no, fast forward. Should have been like 15, 16, just at an age where I didn't really want to be disappearing from my brother. I got offered a job in Dubai, and that is not the first time. Like the first time was going back to like 202, 203 when I was an estate agent. And yeah, a guy tried to poach me and just said like Dubai is going to blow up soon. Literally, not blow up, guys, don't get it wrong. Blow up as in the whole lick is going over there. So yeah, I regret a couple of them chances, thinking, am I getting older? Should I have took up a couple of them chances? But then I did have my daughter, you know what I mean? Not saying I'm the perfect father, but you know what I mean? I'd always like to think I was dead, you know what I mean? Even if it was a drop of a hat right now, even if I had to go Turkey somehow to Antalya and go and save her. So yeah, if I could have one more opportunity, I'd love to grab it with absolutely both hands. Do you know what I mean? As I said, I've had a couple of like one-offs. I never won, guys. Would you honestly believe this is on my children's life, my grandson's life? Oh my god! I was working in a proper Del Boy team, souvenir store, like on Oxford Street, right at the top end, Marble Arch, selling sightseeing tours. You know what I mean? Big Ben T-shirts, all that sort of game. Postcards with Big Ben on it. Do you know what I mean? Princess Diana, because she had just died. Yes, T-shirts and spoons, fridge magnets, etc. And Ulmer just said, listen, I've got a company. He's like, do you know what I mean? We're from America. We'll pay for you. Like, you know what I mean? Forget paying for you. We'll come over. You can live in the family house. Like, and they bought a couple of the sightseeing tours. But that's just a trip down memory lane I don't even want to think about. I think England are going to get smoked on Tuesday. It's definitely going to be a tough game. At this moment, I say an entertaining 2-2 draw. See, the problem is Scotland haven't got that much quality. And you'd like to think, I don't really care about England, but in obvious speaking terms, I'd like to say, not think, like the quality would show through. Come on, man, you've got Jude Bellingham's, Harry Kane's. Like Scotland doesn't possess this, bro. They've got McDominay, McGinn, Dione, Robertson. So it just doesn't have the same ring to it. Do you know what I mean? England could do have a bit of a sharper and better defence, but then again, I don't know. Who cares? Gareth Southgate. Did he pick Maguire today? Because that's what I mean. That's why I wouldn't even think of watching it. But I was like, how are you going to pick Maguire ahead of most fucking human beings? It's quite ridiculous. I believe I'm probably as good as fucking Maguire. There's definitely a footballer in Maguire. He was decent at Leicester. But a lot of hype, a massive transfer fee, it fucked him. Actually, over to you, Joe Montana. What did you make of your Marvel, the £85 million man at Leicester? What did you make of your guy, Harry Maguire? Because at Leicester, I actually thought he was a very good footballer. Emre would have been a massive mistake, but Emre obviously wanted him at Arsenal instead of Papadopoulos. Miles out of Southgate. Well, he's certainly getting a chin out of his men now. Do you know what I mean? He's definitely getting a tune out of the boys now. Do you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? You know how it goes. Guys, please get a like on the video. This is a disaster of quietness. What is it? A Saturday night, yeah? John Arby, get a message on the group. Tell them they're all bastards. Man. Where's all the Tylers? Tyler, I don't know. He's not. He must be chatting to me or something. Where is every cunt? Have I pissed off the whole community? What's going on? What's going on out here? It's just not good enough. Man, this Z Cubes is something else. I've blazed some things in my life, but this Z Cubes is taking the absolute piss. It's bringing on a sweat, and that ain't just the old hot summer heat. Why am I trying to send this to Jean Harvey? He's always here. He's a real one. Right, let's get the football conversation up and running. Maguire was great for us. Do you see what I mean? Dominated defence, always had a mistake in him, but not as many as he has now at United. And I do believe that's a lot of pressure. Obviously, that thing in Greece or Cyprus, what happened to him? I'm the Manchester United and England captain. Do you know who I am? And all sorts of fucking stupidness like that. But he was a decent footballer at Leicester. You're confirming this. I definitely knew this. Unai Emery wanted him at Arsenal instead of Papadopoulos. Yo. What are we telling them, my brother? We are telling them that Gabriel Magalhaes was the subject of a big bid from Saudi Arabia. We are telling them that Ivan Toney is available in January. Is there any Arsenal fan that is, apart from Lee Akers, that's in love with him and wants him at the club? I'm also telling you, which we already know now, but a lot of people said we were going to get a fee for Nicola Pepe. I told you we weren't getting a fee for Nicola Pepe. I told you his contract was going to get ripped. His contract got ripped. But don't worry, Aston Villa and West Ham are lining up a £24.5 million bid in January for Pepe to bring him back to the Premier League. That there is a joke, but I wouldn't be surprised if Pepe comes back to the Premier League within 6 months, a year, 18 months the most, for a decent little fee, £25-30 million. That's the Arsenal way, y'all. UE, what's good, my RB? What's good? Let's get the energy up on the stream. Do you know what? I hate a quiet stream and it puts the energy down. So UE, lift the spirits. My daughter's in Antalya in Turkey. She's chilling. She's loving it. He seems to have put a bit of weight on, and his concentration is also questionable. See, again, it wasn't his fault someone signed him for £85 million. That clearly put some kind of, let me take my table off. That clearly put some kind of pressure on him. But again, like, there's no excuse for him. Like, do you know what I mean? This thing where he turned down West Ham, I've heard, believe it or not, it was a story that Frankie de Jong at Barcelona. Basically, he's due a couple of loyalty payments from Man United. And I think, come on, bro, you want an England career, you want obviously whatever. And apparently, for the sake of a couple of loyalty bonuses, he was not interested unless Man United paid him the loyalty bonuses early. He weren't leaving for West Ham. Exactly, but I'm telling you, Jean Arby, someone will bring him back to the Premier League. West Ham, Aston Villa, someone will bring him back, 25 mil or something. And we'll all be sitting here thinking, why couldn't we get a fee? Similar to the Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang situation. Do you know what I mean? Shout out to the people that are here, man, because this one's disgustingly quiet. Where is everyone? They must be all out on the fucking piss. You what's good? These Z cubes are well too good. They're making me feel like a Superman. Guys, we're going to have to start learning where that super chat button is as well, man. I ain't had a super chat in a minute, man. Only you hits that button, bros. I think the badge is too heavy for him. Maybe if we got promoted, we may take him back home. That would be a wonderful idea, I think. But again, I've heard the reason why he wouldn't join West Ham is because a couple of payments that are due to him coming up soon. So whether he would have received them payments by the start of next season, if Leicester was promoted, maybe he'd be jolly to go back. I find it questionable. He's got an England career on the line. Forget his Man United career because even Lindelof is ahead of him in the pecking order. He probably put Casemiro at centre back before he played fucking Maguire. So honestly, I've never been a professional footballer. I'm not ever going to be. But yeah, I can't make out that decision from Harry Maguire, seriously. Especially if you want to play in World Cups and European Championships and represent your country and you love England as much as you say. You've got to be playing regular football. Why is Southgate actually having this? This is why England is shit as well. Do you know what I mean? 4 of us here. Ridiculous. I feel so deflated. I want to get out of the stream. But come on, we'll persevere for another minute. I'll go and fucking pour a stuffed drink in a second. And pour this pissy McDonald's cocoa out. Oh. I'm watching things on the internet, but I am still here. Don't you just love that, old filly? I've got to change this drink. That tastes like piss water. Not that I've ever drunk piss water. Mate, this ain't like me to have a kitchen like this. Fucking steady down, boy. Steady down, boy. There's a party going on, man. I mean, someone's going to get shot today. I'm seeing a lot of fucking young juveniles, a lot of young girls without any clothes on. That means one thing later on, guys, is going to be a gunshot at the end. Bang, 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 bang. Let's see if we can hear a couple while we're live on down here at CTV. Not that we want this sort of thing, I'm just saying. When you get young kids, drugs, alcohol, you get gunshots these days. That is a very London way of doing things. Let's have it right. Hey, let's get a fresh fucking damn. You get what I mean? Let's get a wee fucking damn. Fucking aim, bitch. Look out this window, guys. There's a bit of action down outside this window. Let me just check the old motor at the back window, and then the job's a goodie. Turn off this light. Stay incognito, as they say. The car's lovely. No one's next to the German engineering. All right. As we do love a bit of German engineering, I really hope we don't get Maguire, have a Johnny Walker and Coke. Oh, Johnny, nah, them things make me fucking ill, mate. I'm half pint. If I start fucking with things like Jack Daniels, like spirits like that, bros, I end up being sick for 2 days. I can't do it. I literally can't do it. But shouts out to you if you can, bros, because I literally just can't do it. I'm hoping more people wake up tonight and see how bad Havertz is. Brabs, they won't, Brabs, because they'll say Germany are on the slide and they've been on the slide for 15 years and leave Havertz alone. Do you know why? Because Arteta said it. It's going to take a lot, Brabs. It's going to take a lot more miserable central midfield performances. As I said, the next 8 games, mate, put central midfield, put half-boy Havertz in the central midfield, even against any Champions League teams. You could probably have a difficulty, whether it's Lens or just PSV, respectively. We know we've got Chelsea coming up, even though people don't fear them. We've got Tottenham coming up. Me and John Arby know about fucking Ange. Do you know what I mean? And then we have Man City coming up. Do you know what I mean? And then it's Seville away after that, the 9th game. So we've got 8 tricky games coming up. 8 games that I'm not going to say is going to totally define our season, but I will be able to tell you enough about this season after the next 8 games. Imagine Germany getting beaten at home to Japan, though. Like, that would have been the original on the coupon buster, innit? That would have been 1-10 or something. Do you know what I mean? That is absolutely ridiculous. Friendly or not, do you know what I mean? You got to have a bit more fucking pride playing for your country and your shirt. Bollocks to that, mate. Where's the days of old loafer fucking Mateus, do you know what I mean? A bit of that fucking collar. Jurgen collar. I know he used to spit on people like right guard, do you know what I mean? But people didn't take the piss out of Germany and people like him was around. Hoping more people wake up to the Keir Hubbard situation, mate. I don't know. I'm having a glass of port. Wow, Barbara had some about. She's in bed now. Oh, very posh drink. I know my pal who lives in Highgate. You know, Highgate's a nice rich residence. I went round to his house many Christmases ago, and he's like, "My dad's got this really expensive bottle of port." He's like, "I never tasted port." I goes, "What the fuck's port?" Oh, yeah, hour and a half later, me and this fucking boy are fucking tripping of this 100 quid bottle of fucking finest fucking sweet bollock house port. Well, I swore by it from that day. I was like, "Oh, guys, anyone have a port?" Oh, hey. I was swinging. I don't know how I got back to Hackney. Do you know what I mean? But it was many, many, many years ago. Fuck me, I tried to put so much shit in there. I almost fucked up rolling it. How do I try and put so much shit into one? So it's unbelievable. Let's have a wee clean up there. Do you know what I mean? Right. I got a bad feeling. Some story almost ahead. I think honestly we could lose at Everton. Bro, if we can't beat Everton, we're banging trouble. But that's happened before. Bro, Everton should be the one where we're just getting our momentum back. We've got to be up and running because the 7 games after Everton, bros, they're all tricky, are we? It's all hard work for Arsenal. You know what I mean? Yeah, fucking Italy as well, mate. They see North Macedonia, they start having a heart attack. Absolutely piss poor. But again, I don't like international football. Couldn't give a fuck about it. Don't even care about it anymore. Do you know what I mean? Beethoven. Never heard of it. Beethoven best. Never heard of it, mate. Fuck me. That's so shit I am. Do you know what I mean? Never even heard of it, wee man. Who's with me, guys? It's rather painfully quiet. Let's be getting the likes on the video. Brewery. Heard of it. Never. I don't know if I've tasted it, mate. Don't know if I've tasted it. I'm not an alcohol connoisseur, bros. I have to admit, if it's someone's party, I feel like I'm going to get bollocked one night. I don't really hold back. I'll just go straight in and start drinking everything available until I'm murked. You know what I mean? Yo, what's going on, girl? I think I'm going to be dipping out of the stream. It's a little bit quiet, so I don't think I'm going to last the whole hour, you know. I think I'm going to cut out in about the 45th minute. So we are 28 minutes into the stream. People do get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Pepe has gone. Contract ripped up. Ivan Toney, anyone fancy him in January? How about you? West Ham, Mr. Field, you fancy a bit of Ivan Toney in January? I hear he's available. Jean Arby, could he answer Arsenal's goal-scoring prayers and problems, or if you'll call them problems, in January? Did you see Robbie Lowe? He said we moved to Emirates in 2006. Yes, he also, the fucking mug, let me call him a fucking big fat mug. Who scored the first goal at the Emirates Stadium? This is Mastermind about Arsenal, you know. Dun, 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 dun. Robbie, you fat chick. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Robbie, you don't know shit. Who scored the first goal for Arsenal at the Emirates? I don't know. Shit, Gilberto Silva. Yeah, man's fucking piss poor. I would murk him in any kind of Arsenal challenge, mate. And do you remember that clip you showed me? A guy that claims to know a lot about Arsenal. I think it could have been a big old fat Robs. Do you know what I mean? What's good, beautiful? What's good? What's good? Shouts out to the Z Cubes, aka Coca-Cola Cubes, aka Blue Eye Cubes. As long as got the cubes in it. Exactly. Don't know what's worse, international football or women's football. Pass. Like Robbie on that fucking Mastermind thing. Pass. I usually try attend wine testing and whiskey events. I always enjoy learning about the different types. Interesting. One of them ones, yeah, it's what you just gurgle it and spit out. Or do you go the full way? Do you go all the way? and then swallow it. What's best to do, John? Joe, shouts out to you. Ivan Tony is a thumbs up. I don't like him. I think he's a big cunt. Imagine being suspended and getting paid by your club and then saying, like, you've always supported Liverpool, you love the way Arsenal play. And in an interview a few months before that, he actually said, well, Arsenal need a striker and they'll be a really good team. Oh, shit, I didn't mean to say that. Like, is he believing in his own hype too much? I don't like his attitude. He could score 15 goals at Arsenal in a season, the same as Jesus. Thing is, 7 of them will either be via penalties or a free kick from Wade. Yeah, I think it was. I just know what Kenny Coons. Hold on. Yeah, I think it was. I don't know what Kenny Coons' problem is. Regarding what? I don't know. He said to me he was going to stream with me and he didn't care what any Spanish person or whatever thought. So, do you know what I mean? He still says a good evening and a good afternoon to me here and there on Twitter. He told me he's a safe guy. He told me, mind out for all the snakes, bars. Everyone's out to get you on Twitter, especially you. I've seen the history. I've seen the politics. So he's a safe guy. But he still said the same thing that kind of everyone else did. Like, yeah, I'm going to stream with you, bro. Yeah, let's do an end of season review. And no end of season review come. I sent him numerous messages via Twitter. Do you know what I mean? But it's cool, man, isn't it? Like, peace and love to Kenny, isn't it? Like, he's a safe guy. I respect him. Do you know what I mean? I still don't think anyone should be influenced by anyone's thing. Like, what the league going to say? Kenny, I swear by my white skin, I'll never stream with you again. Do not stream with Danny. No, you can't stream with Danny. I said, no, I forbid it. And I don't know, that's why I'm kind of X'd off the system. As you see, bros, I got more people blocking me on Twitter than I can say alhamdulillah, do you know what I mean? Than I can say God is great, do you know what I mean? Mecca is pointing to east, do you know what I mean? Or east for me is over there, actually, do you know what I mean? I was checking this out the other day. They're quite expensive, these events, so you do get a good few drinks. Wow, I wonder how much they are. Huh. Do you know, I've always wanted to test out, bros. I bet it would be expensive. A little birdie told me you can go to Silverstone as long as you've got a clean and full English UK license. You can go to Silverstone and be unleashed in one of these fucking Formula 1 car. I don't think they're going to pull out a Formula 12 car or something. That would fucking turn me on. I'd love to rip it up right there. Apparently, they talk bollocks to you before they unleash you in the car. Be like, yeah. Right. Bros, if no one's there with me, if you're going around by yourself, how boring around Silverstone. They've got to put you out with 5-6 man, do you know what I mean? See who's got the biggest fucking dinkum out here. I would love to. I'm going to have to make an inquiry about that because there's nothing more I think at this moment that'll turn me on. Fucking people up at Silverstone. And I don't mean that. I just mean, making them smell the heat, the engine, the heat, the injection, the boom boom from my car. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that is definitely something I've got to tick off one of these days. Drive a Formula 1 car at Silverstone, and I think this is as long as you've got a full UK license, which I have. I don't think it's a problem. Could be a bit pricey. Don't really know. I don't really know, but I'll take a right piss, mate. I don't know. Leakes is probably on the piss. WB is probably sucking up a lollipop. Who else? Tai. I think he's got the arsehole with me. Who else? UE. He's busy. He's signing contracts right now. Import, export style. Jean RB is here. You are with me. The very, 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 very cute Minnie is with me. I'm not supposed to mean, but yeah, I know she told me who made the account. Shouts out to you, girl. We can go to the Grand National together next year. I go every year. Fuck right. I'll have a bit of that. Seriously. I love a football bet. Fuck it. We'll turn my attention that day to the Grand National. Most definitely. We'll call that one a date, bruv. Seriously. Any inside information, bruvs, you let me know. Jumar says he will be here with us in 10 minutes. I'll probably be getting out of the building in the next 5-10 minutes. But God bless you, Jumar, and shouts out to you. All the way from Jordan, the Middle East. I do have viewers from all over the place. I was checking, YouTube stats the other day. The 3 most countries that watch me, apart from the UK, I think is Germany, Nigeria, and I can't remember the third country. What a bastard I am. Germany, Nigeria, I don't know. Respect to Juma, we're going to have to hang in then for the real one. for the real one that is Hussein the Juma, the Knockout King. Guys, please be hitting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. I'm gonna have to do something with this wall. It's giving me right issues in my head. Pepe, man, I wish him the best of luck in it. He got handled kind of slack at Arsenal, innit? John RB said something that was very key. Wenger never devalued a player like that. Wenger never disrespected a player like that. This sort of thing wouldn't have happened on Wenger's watch. And you know what? £72 million investment, plus probably getting knocked because of Raul Sinelli, another 10 mil, plus wages. It was the original £92 million deal that went fucking wrong. And yeah, I do, I suppose, in 10%, give it to Kroenke in ways where you think, all right, well, he did it. He does invest in Arteta and etc. After madness like that, I don't think I'd want to spend money again after being stung for a Pepe. But another manager wouldn't have dealt with it like this. People that watch you and don't comment. Oh, 100%, bros. I've always known this because things have been quoted from my stream on other people's streams. Like, you've got a keen eye for it now. WB used to be onto it madly before. He was the one that started realizing. He was like, "Bruh, I've just been watching, bros. He's saying a lot of this shit you just said half hour ago and blah blah blah." Like, he went, "Seeing's believing, Dan. You wouldn't believe it." And he'll click me some shit just like you. And yeah, then you can get the hating aspect of it. And then I suppose you get the people that sort of sit down and listen. I've had a guy texting me, I ain't been on your stream or I ain't been in the comments in ages, but I kind of listen on the way to work. Do you know what I mean? When you're in a mad one, I'll fast forward a bit, blah, 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 but still very inspirational. I love starting my day listening to you. Like, I was like, shit, that's gangster. If Pepe was in pre-season and stuff, maybe we might have got a fee. Yeah, that's what I mean. And you devalue a player. Like, it's the same with Guendouzi. It's just, God, it's so boring to get into it about Arteta, isn't it? This is where Wenger kind of did respect the club's money, and you think he didn't want to make them financial mistakes. Arteta doesn't give a flying fuck. Yeah, he does not give me money. Sooner or later, I hoping to go to Manchester City or the Club Barcelona or something just as fucked up as that. Do you know what I mean? Why is the light not working? Why have I used about 8 different lighters today? Real talk. Who's robbing me out here? Shouts out to them Teeth Man crew. I've been robbed so much I can't even find a lighter. No, I can't knock that over. Come on. Oh, come on, man. There must be fucking... Don't give me some fucking issues out here. Oh, please don't let me break time. Guys, 30 seconds. Hold on, what's this on the windowsill? Yeah, that fucking works. Right. And we're back in action. There is also certain people that is in the dimmers who repeats your news. Oh, most definitely. In the comments who repeats my news. Most definitely. The Gabriel £98 million bid will start getting around. People start putting their own spin on that. Certain people will be thinking, am I tricking them? Like, they want me to run out and say it, and it's wrong. But people know with me, 9 times out of 10, it's right. And if I want, and the other point, whatever, that's wrong. Maybe I'm just sending out a little trick just to prove to people. Jean Arby, I've chatted to you about this before. What I'm going to do is in a couple of weeks, Jean Arby, I'm going to release a world exclusive. This is what's just happened behind the scenes involving Arteta and this guy. Someone else will run with it, but it will be a fabrication story. But don't worry, I'll put it all over the group. Tonight, guys, I'm going to do a fabrication show. It's going to be mostly lies, but we're going to see who's going to run with it. But I shouldn't say these things now because this is what actually gives these little pagans a fucking heads up. Because I've done this before, bro. This is a little while. This is when I lived in Archway. Obviously, at a different house, not the village place either, a little while ago. And I said a couple of things, and it went out there, bro. That's how powerful I am. You know what I mean? They shouldn't be doing that. It's a copyright. No, not at all, because they're not actually copying what I'm saying. But again, they can say they've got their own source, and this person told them, or Bobby Moore told them, or Winston fucking Bogart told them. Do you know what I mean? So that's nothing you can't be. Yeah, they're not clipping something from me and blah blah blah. They're just listening keenly, knowing that I'm right, and then they'll put it out there, knowing that they have got a massive network compared to me, the little bastards. Do you know what I mean? Which is massively out of order, which absolutely stinks, takes the piss, and a load of bollocks. Right, guys, we are waiting for the real one, Hussein Juma, and then I will still be getting out of the stream lively. I've got bits to do this evening. You should be starting doing small daily news videos. Yeah, I know. On TikTok, and yeah, start doing shorts on YouTube as well, bro. I've got to just start livening up my app. I've got to start putting in the work again. Efforts must be doubled. Yalla, Hussein Juma is here. Bro, we're only going to have 5 or 10 minutes. I've waited patiently for you to come. It's been massively quiet. So, again, bros, any thoughts? Gabriel withdraws from the Brazil squad. Brother, this is an exclusive from Danny AFC TV. I have heard the truth of what happened the first 3 games of the season, why Gabriel Magalhaes was not included in the team. There was a bid from Saudi. I've been told from a fucking massively reliable person that the bid was in the region of £98 million. Let me please finish. Now, I've heard Arsenal did not either reject or accept the offer. They spoke with Gabriel Magalhaes. They let it be known very, very clearly to him that they were ready to go and bid for someone else if he was to go and do a deal. No hard feelings. Now, there's two responses that I've heard, so we have to make up our own minds on this one. Hussein Juma, Jean Arbi, Joe Montana, etc. Is Gabriel said, there's absolutely no chance I'm going nowhere. I've got many years in Europe. I want to play for Brazil. I'm not going to fucking play for Brazil if I go Saudi, blah, blah, blah. Rumor 2 is the exact same what I said, but also we can end this right now by sort of giving me a little pay rise, you know what I mean? Or an even year extension on my contract, blah, 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 which allegedly Arsenal was not willing to do. We wanted to let him go for the £98 million, which would put you in a catch-22. I have to say, Juma, full-heartedly, if anyone in the world bid £98 million for Gabriel Magalhaes, I like him, but I fucking sell him. As I always reveal to you, not Trabzon Sport is going to buy it or take Pepe, but I did say that his contract would be ripped up. It was only a matter of time. I'm right again. But don't worry, Hussein Juma and everyone else, he probably will come back to the Premier League. What, 25 mil? Aston Villa, West Ham, someone like that. And finally, Ivan Toney has let it be known again that he is ready to move on for Brentford. Allegedly, Brentford are looking now at another key striker in January. He's available. It's between 70 and 80 million pounds. Did someone mention my name? Only me, and only in a good way. You've still got things to do after this. I'll be going to bed soon. Yeah, mate, I've still got to run around like an absolute lunatic. The day is never done for me, bro. There's always a pound note to be made. There's always a fucking note to be made out here. We've been waiting for you, John Arby. It's all love, my brother. All the love in the world. I would have sold that Gabriel for the money. I actually would have as well. I'm going to be honest with you. £98 million, yes. But the thing is, you have to execute. You can't let it be Mohamed Salah something that's dragging onto the last day of the window. Hence why I do think there was a left-footed centre-back, Jules Koundé, linked to us from Barcelona. I believe Arsenal had lined up their replacement. I believe that we wanted Jules Koundé, for about 55 mil, out with Gabriel Magalhaes, £98 million, Saudi Arabia. Hence why he didn't start the first 3 games of the season. Stuck between a rock and a hard place, £100 million. I think we have to sell. Exactly, bro. Exactly. I would say he would have been forced into it. So again, as I've heard it from very close to the club, Arsenal did, in fact, receive a bid in the region of £98 million for Gabriel Magalhaes. This obviously turned Arteta and Edu's head. They started planning on new signings, a right back, a right winger, perhaps. And when they sat down with Gabriel and told him the news, allegedly Gabriel was like, no. You know, Danny, I'm always with selling if the price is right and if there's a plan to replace what had been sold. Well, yes, let's just say we'd have went to Barcelona. Let's just say argument reasons, and placed the whole 98 million and said, right, we want Koundé and we want Frankie de Jong, or we want Koundé and we want Rafinha. Guys, I think you've replaced Gabriel effectively, and I also think Rafinha, that keeps Martinelli and Saka on their toes. You need 3 class wingers, not 2. Not when you're going for Premier League, not when you're going for Champions League, not when there's FA Cup, League Cup to go for as well. So yeah, and I'm not saying there'd been £50 million them 2, but we know the troubles at Barcelona. We know the money situation. What, 110, 120 mil? If we'd have got 100 mil for Gabriel, bros, I'd have put the other £20 million to get them 2 players in: Jules Koundé, Rafinha, Jules Koundé, and Ansu Fati, etc. If someone like Jose approached with Saka and willing to pay 180 million, then they will sell. Yep. Mbappe, Real Madrid decided to let it go. Exactly, bros. And the day will come when someone steps to Saka, bros. It's absolutely no doubt. This is where you have to pray to the Lord himself that Arsenal somehow stop being this little bastard of a team. And do you know what I mean? Because someone will pay £200 million for Saka. I doubt, but who knows if Saka's going to be the type of kid that's going to want to go to Saudi Arabia, with all respect, do you know what I mean? And it's going to be a lot harder to get £200 million out of Club Real Madrid or Barcelona, with all respect. Pay 200 mil and get him as a striker. There you go. Because that Mbappe thing ain't done. I still think Real Madrid will come calling. I do hear there's a couple of players that will become available at Real Madrid from January, or especially towards the end of the season, depending on how they're doing this season, ready to go for again. Alphonso Davies, the Bayern Munich left back, and to obviously go and get Kylian Mbappe. But Jean-Marc, here's an exclusive for you as well. At the end of this season, the Erland Haaland break clause, we're going to call it. Basically, let's not call it a break clause. This is when he can decide his contract. He's got a contract that says he's allowed to leave Man City for 170 million during the months of next summer's transfer window. So he either signs a new bumper deal at Man City or he fucks off to Real Madrid or somewhere else. So the fee for Haaland, and remember I said it first, is £171 million, and that is active from as soon as this season ends. Guys, I always fucking know. Trust me in this as well. So it's £171 million. If Real Madrid, PSG, or anyone in the world want to bid for, or Arsenal want to bid for Haaland, it's £171 million. Obviously, I believe this guy's on a bit of a education in football. Do you know what I mean? Not he's going to follow his dad down to Leeds like he did at Man City or whatever, but I feel he'll go to a different country. I'm not saying he won't end up coming back to the Premier League, but I think he could leave next year. Real Madrid, 3-4 seasons there. I don't think there's anyone big enough in Italy to take him. I don't think Bayern Munich are big enough to take him. What is it, 4 years in Madrid, back to the Premier League, but with who? If Arsenal get offered any significant sum, they will accept. Well, this is what I fear with Gabriel Magalhaes, guys. Right, guys, we've not got too long left of the stream. Shouts out to all everyone. Please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we're new. No, at the KC League, it's in the early stages. Let's not forget Arsenal received 15 million for... No, they didn't. Let's not forget Arsenal received a 50 million offer, I think, for anything that rejected. Contract terminated. Yep, Aubameyang contract terminated. Pepe contract terminated. Lokonga out on loan, free. Tierney out on loan for free. And we ain't got a left back. Tavares out on loan for free. Silly little loan fees. Absolutely disgusting. And if Zinni went and copped an injury now, guys, there's no Zinni, sorry, there's no Tierney, there's no Tavares, and it actually makes me sick as an Arsenal fan. Because it weren't just a lack of talent. When Arteta doesn't like you, you must go immediately. And when you go out on loan at Arsenal, you don't come back. William Saliba was the one-off. If Man City can keep Champions League Cup at home, Haaland won't leave for Spain. The Spanish league is slowly falling. So, yeah, basically, I'm not saying he's going to, but I'm just saying, trust me, there is the release clause thing that he does at every club after 2 to 3 seasons. He'll have the opportunity to leave for £171 million. It's always been told to me, and it's been kind of widely mentioned in the media anyway, that one day he will play for Real Madrid. I believe he will play for Real Madrid one day. Whether it is next summer or not, I don't know. But word on road is, if they can't get Mbappe, they've already heard, or they already are fully aware of this £171 million release clause in Haaland's contract, which runs for 2.5 months from the end of this season. Partey also apparently got injured on Thursday. Oh, God, transfer window shut Friday. We didn't do anything. Shame on you, Arsenal. Shame on you. Well, doesn't that make you sick? But that happened with Jesus last time we had the window. Do you know what I mean? Nothing like this actually surprises me with Arsenal anymore. Like, this is the kind of neglect that does go on at the club. Guys, it is almost time to go. You have all been superheroes that have been with me tonight. Please get a massive like on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. On the Wenger, we were a selling club. It's going to happen again. We haven't got anyone good enough to sell, bros. There's only the Saka. There's only the Odegaard. There's not many. We haven't got the Vieiras that people hunted every year. We ain't got the Henrys that people hunted every year. We haven't got the Overmars that was always wanted. Do you know what I mean? We've got the odd Saka. We've got the old Odegaard. Do you know what I mean? If they were to be drained out of this club, do you know what I mean? Fuck knows. Absolutely fuck knows, because there's no one else near world class apart from that. Partey's not only getting older, he's out of position, do you know what I mean? And he's injured. Keir Havertz is new central midfielder. But on that bombshell, guys, we are just about to reach the 50th minute. Shouts out to Jean RB, to UE, to Hussein Juma, to Joel Montana, to Phil Mitchell. I think they're the only names that have been here today. So shouts out to you guys. You are all the superheroes. Scotland versus England, we shall cover live. Not that I like international football, but I find it fucking funny if Scotland actually dealt a beating to England. You know, McTominay, Delney, Robertson, Adams, etc. Just sums up everything. We haven't got anyone to sell. It's a sad day. Yeah, and if we did, though, remember, Man City would have bumped us over 100 times. So sometimes it's a blessing, sometimes it ain't. You know what I mean? I'm sure Pep did have his eyes on Saka, but with Saka signing that deal, he probably knows it's going to be a season or two before he could ever go near Arsenal regarding Bakary Saka. I believe we're hoping for a bid from Saudi, obviously. Didn't happen now. We're probably hoping January to piss him off a lot and get him out to a Saudi club. I reckon we'll accept 30 mil because if it's a Premier League team, Arby, or whatever, a Spanish team, we're not getting even half of what we paid for him. We won't even get the 22.5 mil, bros. But on that note, people, I am out the building. I've got a bit of tidying up to do and a couple of things to do on road. So I'm going to get a 10-minute head start. As I told everyone, I'll be off the stream by 11 p.m. So I'm going to get a 5-10 minute head start on the people then before they start ringing down my phone. Guys, you're all legends. Please hit the likes on the video. It'll be a scary amount of views on this video. So anyone go and give it a little view for me again. Fuck it. Because yeah, it's going to have been a disaster. Peace out, my brothers, my sisters. If any sisterings in the stream, peace out. Love you all. Jean Arby, you are the man of the match. Peace out to you. Shout out to Joe Montana and all the Danny AFC TV community. When I sit and think about it, the club that make my blood boil. Yes, bros. As I said, Wenger on over 22 years has spent the same amount of money as Arteta over 3.5 years. It's quite disturbing. It's quite scary. I know, obviously, inflation and blah, 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 and players are probably a lot more expensive, but you know what I mean? 22 years and 3.5 years, you know what I mean? It's a massive difference, guys. Good night, Joe. Good night, all the real ones. Peace out. Please get a double big like on the video. Do be subscribing if you happen to be new, and I'll see you tomorrow at 10 p.m. Peace out, people. Good night. Love y'all.